Continuing coverage here tonight, live at 10 o'clock, exactly 1 year ago. 1 year since 20-year-old Mollie Tibbetts was first reported missing. She vanished when she was out on an evening jog in her hometown of Brooklyn.
Yeah, her disappearance captured the attention of the entire nation last summer, as you well remember. After Tibbetts was reported missing, volunteers and authorities began searching nearby fields in the Brooklyn community. Tibbetts' story quickly spread across the nation, as we have mentioned. Buttons, posters, T-shirts, all made in efforts to hopefully locate Mollie Tibbetts.
Now, after 4 weeks of a huge search, investigators started an interactive website to help try to find Mollie. The site findingmollie.iowa.gov had an interactive map to help jog the public's memory and a link to anonymously provided tips.
Well, roughly a week after that website was launched, on August 21st, investigators were led to Mollie Tibbetts' body in rural Poweshiek County. 25-year-old Christian Behena Rivera told investigators that he abducted Tibbetts on 385th Avenue just outside of Brooklyn, and Tibbetts' body was found just a few blocks away on 460th Avenue.
Now, Behena was then charged with first-degree murder. Investigators say at one point Tibbetts threatened to call police on Rivera, who was following her, obviously, at the time. She took off running. He allegedly then chased her down.
Autopsy results show Mollie Tibbetts died from multiple sharp force injuries. At the time, investigators said Rivera had been in the country illegally for 4 to 7 years. His trial is set to start on November 12th in Sioux City.
You know, the news of her death devastated people here in Iowa and across the country. Several foundations and movements honoring Mollie's memory. One of those, known as the Mollie Movement, is selling shirts and stickers. Proceeds going towards setting up a scholarship foundation in honor of Mollie Tibbetts. In life, she inspired so many.
Yeah, and in her death, she challenges us all to look closely at the way that we are living our own lives. Here's Jody Long.
And we're going to come on in. I really love when I bring kids in the gallery.
In order to make art, you first have to learn to appreciate it.
So who would like to start the story of the flowers?
Finding the story behind it gives vision to its purpose.
The thing that I love about art is that it's not a linear process of communication. We want these flowers to be so full with joy and beauty.
Tilly Woodward is the curator of community outreach at Grinnell College's Faulkner Gallery.
You can use this to swoosh around the paint.
She helps even the youngest of artists find meaning in the abstract.
Like, if someone needs help doing something, I like to help them.
How that love, energy, beauty, kindness, joy plays forward. I think that that's a remarkable thing.
That's what 9-year-old Amelia hopes you feel when you look at her flower creation.
The silver and the blue go together. I want to use yellow, so I'm going to find a color that goes with the yellow.
The color is a part of artwork with a special meaning.
For the mural for Mollie Tibbetts.
Mollie Tibbetts loved kids. She taught at a day camp the summer she went missing. Dozens of kids from that program and surrounding ones are creating art that reminds them of her contagious spirit for life.
You can't help but smile when you see it.
Some of their artwork is already hung, though not in a gallery, but here in the University of Iowa Hospital and Clinic's Child Psychiatry Wing.
I really notice what doctors' offices look like. I really notice what therapists' offices look like. And so this room became incredibly important.
Not for decorative purposes, but for therapeutic reasons.
It really fills.
Dr. Peter Danielos and Dr. Patricia S.B. Pfeiffer hold group therapy sessions out of the space often. The murals add windows of positivity to the otherwise windowless room, a bit of a more inviting space to the often difficult conversations had here.
My hope is that the kids that walk in here, maybe the first time they've ever been in group, the first time they have to sit with peers and admit that they've had some challenges, that they'll be able to look at the art and find some happiness and joy in that, and that'll help kind of soothe them and make them feel comfortable.
After all, that's what Mollie would have wanted. She was studying to be a child psychiatrist at the University of Iowa. She never got to help these kids in person, but in a way, she's still helping them heal. Some of the young patients left their mark here, helping paint all these by hand.
I don't know how much more special that can be. You know, she's helping a lot of people.
Let me put this down. We are ready. Here we go. Good.
the woman
That's what she would want, you know?
who gave her life.
Absolutely.
Back in Grinnell, Mollie's mom, Laura, can't stop smiling. She clings to moments like these, helping with the finishing touches on Mollie's artwork that will soon hang at the center of the Grinnell College Art Museum.
It's a legacy. Yeah. And so I think these kids are creating a legacy of joy and beauty.
The artwork putting Mollie's spirit on display forever.
Mollie, I don't know if you know, if she was an actress. She was in 6th grade. She liked to be on stage. So you know, she's still on stage.
Jody Long, Channel 13 News.
And that art project was funded by the Mollie Tibbetts Foundation.
In fact, the artwork, as Jody mentioned there, will be on display beginning July 25th at the Grinnell Art Museum. And of course, that will be open to the public.